Alright guys, welcome back again with another trade recap video. It feels like I've been doing these a lot lately, which is a good thing, but I don't want to be posting too much. So I'm just trying to post the highest quality setups and the highest quality trades on here. But this one has just been super clean. I've been really catching a lot of clean trades recently, right? I've been getting a good read on the market, so I just want to go over it. This trade from today was on ASTS. If you remember from a couple weeks ago, if you watched that one video that I caught a nice swing trade on ASTS, was a good little 100, like 80%. So we had to get him back today. So first thing was, let me go through the entry first. So here was the entry on ASTS, which was around 11 a.m. Literally on the dot, 11 a.m. ASTS 1:30 expiration, so next Friday. 120 calls, risky small size because I'm playing a 1 week expiration. I always say I'm playing a risky small size position, right? I never go in full size on a position that is different from my normal strategy, right? Playing at least a month out on expiration. But in this case, we played a small size next week, right? I had a really high conviction on this. And ASTS has been super strong. The sector has been super strong. So I was really confident in this trade, right? Treating it as a lotto. Stop loss, right? Under VWAP, 15-minute, kept my stop loss super tight, right? I didn't want to have my stop loss go at low of day, so I kept it super tight for the stop loss, and that was the trade, right? So this is what the ASTS looked like at the time, right? You can see we looked really clean. Basically just retesting the 90 MA from yesterday. Huge red candle, but was able to close over that 90 MA, and we're basically printing this nice inside day, right? And from that look, right, since it's been super strong, we've been holding the 90 MA for the last few weeks, right, almost a month, right? Every single time we've came to this 90 MA, we have been able to hold it. So that was just the same process, the same thought process I had going into this trade. And then you can see I'll just go through the trimming, right? So I trimmed one of my contracts at 20%, bang, 35%, another one at 455. This is all in 45 minutes, and then bang, we're ripping 42%, that have not trimmed yet, and then break even stop on my last con. Oh, so I did trim that 42%, break even stop on my last con, and so far, right, this last contract is just absolutely ripping. It's at 6.5 at this time. I think it's a little bit higher now because this was at 1 a.m. or 1 p.m. and it's actually 1:30 now, and it's actually still going higher. So this contract's probably at 100% at this point, right? So 100% trade on a basically same day as I took the trade. So that's pretty clean right there, and it's not a 0 DTE. So super clean, and I'm still holding this trade until 120. That's my last target. I want to get to these highs again. But let me go through the entry intraday. So I took this at around 11, like I said. So basically, where was it when I entered? So I entered these, I don't know why I went back to the day. So I entered these on the 15-minute chart here. I saw we did had a major gap up in the morning, right? That pretty much confirmed it that the 90 MA was acting as super good support here. And we had a big gap up. We kind of just chopped around for the first few hours. So first 2.5 hours, or yeah, till 11 a.m. we kind of just chopped sideways. Really didn't move much. We were, I guess, letting the moving averages catch up, right? Since we did have a big gap up. So that was reasonable, right? It made sense why we were just chopping around a little bit. And then we started catching some momentum towards the end of the first hour, right? So 10 a.m. And then towards 11 a.m. you can see we were trying to we were looking like we wanted to print and push through the high of day, which was that also pre-market high, right? And that's where I entered it. You can see there was some sort of key levels from the last few days, right? So we had a key level here at 110, and plus at 110 is a psychological level. So that was kind of the reason why I started entering this trade, right? There was no initial breakout, right? So this was not looking at a daily chart looking for a specific breakout. This was just a risky lotto type trade, right? Looking for it to continue to push higher through that 110 pre-market high spot, and then obviously from the daily look pushing through the 90 MA, right, and then continuing to the next leg higher, right? So that was the initial thought process on this trade. Plus obviously it's a super strong sector, right? So you can see we're still continuing higher, right? We're actually at the highs still at of the day, right? We're at 118 now. Enter this off 110, right? So at a 110, and we pushed up. I mean, this is, let's see what this is right now. So we pushed up 7% so far on the day, in 2.5 hours, 3 hours. So 11 a.m. is when I entered it. So this candle here, as we were pushing through the pre-market high and the high of day, that's when I entered the trade. And literally since then, not one red candle, right, until 1 p.m. So every single candle was super green and pushed higher every single time. It's just the volume. You can even see the volume. The reason why I took it was because we were increasing in volume, right? We were decreasing in volume throughout the morning, right, as we were chopping around, and then it starts to pick up as we were moving higher through that pre-market high spot. So that was the reason why I took it. And then there it is, right? We are ripping. So far so good. I'm holding my last contract, and I'm really ideally wanting this to get over the 120 all-time high spot tomorrow. That will really confirm, and if we can really push through that spot tomorrow, I will continue to hold the trade. I'm going to keep holding it. Obviously my stop loss is at break even. Risk-free trade, I will always say that after a trim, right? Risk-free trade, I'm keeping my stop losses at break even. I might even move my stop loss a little bit up, maybe leave it at like 20-30% gain, but we'll see. As long as this thing continues to move higher and we can show some strength through 120 and don't show any signs of rejection, I do think we can continue this move into next week. And you can see, literally look how clean this looks. Right off the 90 MA, we're just completely pushing it. Actually, I think this is the 80 MA, right? So that's the reason why I'm in it, right? Every single time we've gotten to the 90 MA the last few months, it's just been a spot to buy it, right? Every single dip has been bought on that 90 MA, and then there it is, right? We're doing it again so far, right? Not to jinx it, but that's the trade, right? That was why I took it. Wasn't too fancy. It was just kind of just a conviction type trade, right? Just playing the trend, I guess, or like the pattern, right? Every single time it got to the 9, buying it. So that's the trade. We'll stay tuned. Maybe make a updated version when this is at 150. Knock on wood. But I'll see you on the next one.